Babysit yourself.
Does anybody have any special requests today? Pacing, slow, welcoming back to your hips. Okay, let's start laying on your back. Go ahead and lay down. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to turn the fluorescent lights off. We're going to do yoga in the semi-dark today. Just take a moment here, get whatever's comfortable. If you want to bend your knees or straighten your legs or whatever is comfortable in your body, do that right there. Find and move a little bit and explore. Breathing, kind of settling in to the space, to your mat. Yeah, the hard floor is very revealing if you have any body aches. It will show up here often. And so just acknowledging whatever it is that you're feeling. There's nothing really to do, but just breathe right there. So one thing that got me through yesterday as I was, wishing for a different outcome was just, it kept coming back to my breath. I would notice I was holding my breath, or I would be stuck in worry. My mind would go into, what are we going to do tonight if we can't get out? What am I going to do about my classes tomorrow? All the list. And it didn't make me feel better to go into that list. It made me feel worse and anxious. So instead, I would just stop and notice and take a deep breath, and all is well. And I don't know what's going to happen yet. We'll stay present. There's lots to be grateful for. A few more breaths right here. And then you'll start by drawing your right knee into your chest and extend the left leg out long. And then do a few slow movements with your foot, like roll the foot around on the ankle. Noticing you can point and flex or switch directions, just warming up the joint, the ankle joint. And then relax your foot and just let the knee move right to left. Just a small movement side to side, right to left. And bring it back to center. And right here, bring your hands to the front of your thigh. So the top of the thigh. So instead of the shin, go to the thigh, the front, and press. So you'll bring both hands to the front of the thigh and gently press and resist. So you're turning on your low ab muscles, the deep ab muscles. Just press and resist. So this is activating that hip area, which is strengthening. Just resist. Hold and resist for 5, 4. Try to relax the shoulders. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then let that go. Stretch the right leg out. Stretch both arms overhead. Wiggle a little side to side. And then draw the left knee into the chest. So go the other side. Just gently squeeze it in and roll the foot in a few slow circles. You can switch the direction anytime. It doesn't have to be even, just moving around the foot around, maybe point, flex. And then relax the foot, move the leg gently side to side. This is called cross fiber. So you're going across the grain of the top of the thigh muscle there and the hip flexors there. So you might feel a little, I feel a little kind of bumpy, adhesion feel. That's okay. Just go slow. Come back to center. Bring the knee to 90 degrees. Bring your hands to the top of the thigh and gently press it away from you and resist. So you'll feel the core muscles turn on. Resist, and it can be as hard or as light as you want. So you're resisting, you're pushing the leg away from you and then try to press the leg towards you at the same time for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let the leg go long on the ground, arms overhead, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then again, you'll draw the right knee into the chest. This time, bring your hands behind the hamstring, the back of the leg, and then flex the foot, pull the toes back, and then straighten the leg. Press the heel towards the ceiling. And then instead of pulling the leg towards you, gently press the leg away from you into the hands. So you're resisting there, and just hold. Notice your foot, see if you can pull the pinky toe edge of the foot back evenly with the big toe. Yes, do the best you can. If you need to bend the left knee, that's fine. Just for 3 and 2, I know the leg, and 1. And then bend the knee, give it a gentle squeeze. Set the left foot flat, bend the left knee, and we're staying on the right here. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Yes. And then press your right hand into the right thigh and stay there, press it away from you. So now that spot where we had squeezed in, you're tractioning away. Right hand, right thigh, and you gently just push it away from you and have a little resistance right there. Just lengthening out that inner groin area, breathing. Good, and then you can stay there. If that feels good, stay. If you want a bigger stretch, you'll pick up the left foot and interlace your hands behind the hamstring on the left and get a little right hip stretch. And I sometimes rock a little bit. We're not gonna make this our deepest stretch yet, just nice and gentle, kind of feeling into the right hip. And then gently release. And so you'll stretch the legs out long, arms overhead, maybe crawl a little bit side to side or move the legs a little side to side. And then the other side, draw the left knee in, hands go behind the hamstring, straighten that left leg, flexing the foot. It's fine to keep the right foot flat. So first we have the hamstring stretch. Good, Jennifer. See if you can straighten the leg, pressing the heel towards the ceiling. And you press the hands into the leg and the leg into the hands. So instead of pulling towards you, press away. Feeling the back side of the leg, might have a little heat, but you don't want electric pain. Yeah, electric pain is a stopping point. Just a little heat, warmth, that's okay. Breathe here. Good, and then release that, give the knee a squeeze, bend the right knee, set the right foot flat, cross the left ankle above the right thigh, and traction. Bring the left hand to the left thigh, gently press it away from you. Good work, creating some traction at the front of the hip socket area, the top right there, those hip flexors, the groin. You want some space, that feeling of space. And then if you want, you pick the right foot up. Now the hands go behind the right hamstring for stretch. So different from space. Right? Stretch, it's like elongating those muscle fibers. And the leg might not want that. The hip might not want that. That's okay. Right? You're going to those edges of sensation, not electric pain. We're exploring. You can breathe here. You can move a little bit here. And then set the feet down, straighten the legs. If you want, get super long again, side to side, stretching, reaching, breathing. And then bend the knees, bring both feet flat to the floor, bring the arms down by your side. And you're going to come up and down into bridge a few times. You'll press the feet down, lift the hips up. As you come up high on the top backs of the shoulders. And then slowly lower down. You can go one vertebrae at a time or as one piece, depending on how your back's feeling. And we'll do that again. Press the feet down, lift the hips up, and then lower slowly. You can go one vertebrae or bring everything down in one piece. And then again, lift up, press down, go up, bridge, keeping the nose facing the ceiling. And lowering down slowly. So that's 3. We have 2 more times. Press the feet down, come on up, press down into the big toe in the center of each heel. And lower down. Okay, this last one, we're going to hold it a little bit. So press down, lift up, and then bend the elbows. So the fingers face the ceiling, palms face into the body, and then tuck the shoulders under one at a time. So you get a little bit higher up and press the upper arm bones down. So you anchor down in order to lift up. It's the whole back side of the body having that contraction, a little heat, strengthening, toning, breathing into the whole lung, the outside, front, the back. Very good. And then you'll take the shoulders, spread them out a little bit, and then lower down all the way to the ground. You'll keep the knees bent, bring your feet a little wider apart, and then just let the knees windshield wipe gently right to left. It can be slow, or it can be quick, it can be big, or it can be little. If you find a spot, I have a spot that I like to hold it, you can just hold it. You have one side that's a little tighter or has more sensation than the other. Sometimes I don't know if it's tight or it just has more feeling. I don't know. Just exploring in your body. And then you'll bring the feet together and the knees apart. So soles of the feet touch, knees apart. You can place your hands on your belly or one hand over the chest, one on the belly. Take some breaths all the way down to the bottom of the lungs. Very nice. And then gently draw the knees together. You can use your hands to do that or the muscles, and then draw the knees up onto your chest. Give a gentle squeeze, maybe a small rock from side to side, across that lower back. And then you'll go ahead and roll to a comfortable side and press yourself up to a seat. Come into a cross-legged seat. If you'd like to, if you have a block and want to sit up on a block, you can. If you don't have a block, that's fine. If cross-legged doesn't work, you can straighten the leg. There's no right or wrong here. And then we'll take a gentle twist to the right. So just walk yourself over to the right. You can bring your hand to the outer thigh if you like. I know the mirror's right there. We had some discussion about the mirror. It's fine to use it to find alignment, but then I really want you feeling from inside your body. Let that be more important than what it looks like. Good, slowly unwind, and you'll twist to the other side. If you want to change the cross of the legs, you can go to the other side. Nice, Carol. Good, Janice. Lengthen as you inhale, gently twist and revolve as you exhale. Good, and then slowly unwind. And then right here, you'll take your left leg out to the left. So at a diagonal, the right knee stays bent. You'll twist to the right again. So twist towards the right leg. But listen, you're going to lean to the left and take the right arm overhead. But your belly's twisting right. Yes, exactly. So it's this lengthening through the side of the waist. Good. Breathing into the bottom of the lungs. Nice, and then come back up and we'll switch. So you'll bring the left leg in, the right leg out, twist to the left, and then gently lean to the right and take the left arm overhead. Gonna Press down into the outer left thigh. Good. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw. Breathe into where you feel the sensation. Yes. And then slowly come up. You'll bring the soles of both feet together, Baddha Konasana. Walk your sitting bones back instead of forward. And then gently round down. Tuck your chin, round forward. Your aim is the forehead into the cradle of your own feet. That's where you're headed. Or imagining. So really letting the back side of the body feel this gentle stretch, this gentle opening. Just a few more breaths right here. Okay, slowly and gently walk it up. That feels so good. Okay, bring your knees together, feet flat on the floor. You're going to bring your hands behind your thighs, and then this is for the core. So you'll gently curl back. So this abdominal muscle, it's like a little C shape through the lower spine, but also keeping kind of an elevated lift through the chest. Good, just stay there. Everyone feel this? Feel something? Yeah. Okay. If you want more, this is not have to. If you want more, you take your arms out. Good. Yeah. So it can go forward also, a little bit easier forward, a little bit more challenging out. You can move from one to the other. Pull the belly and ribs in. Those front ribs pull in. Super strong for 5. Find a hold on to, right? This is another option. For 4, you can hold front or back. For 3, feeling nice deep core muscles. Good, Janice. For 2, arm. Okay, good. And then grab hold. Come on up. Rock forward and lift through the chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Rock back. Rock forward like cow and cat. Inhale, shoulders back. And exhale. Round back. One more time. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Nice job. And then come forward and you'll make your way to all fours. So tabletop position. And we'll continue with the cow and cats. Now from a different perspective. So drop the belly, lift the chest, inhale. Tuck the tailbone, arch the back, exhale. Drop the belly, lift the chest. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Stretching the back body. 3 more times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then come to neutral, take your knees apart, big toes touch, sit back onto your heels, child's pose. Walk your arms out, or arms can come more under the body if the shoulders need less of a stretch. Good, come back up to tabletop. And draw the knees back underneath the hips, and then stretch the right leg behind you with the ball of the foot on the ground to press the heel away from you, and then rock a little front to back, front to back, front to back, stretching into the calf and the foot, and then rock forward, pause, and then float the right leg up. So instead of letting the head drop, Lift the head in line with the spine. So right leg goes up. Nice. Now turn the toes out to the right. Take the leg out to the right. Bring it back. Turn the toes down. Turn the toes out. Pull the leg out to the right. Take it back. Turn the toes down. One more time. This is mobility work. And then turn it to the right. Leg to the right. Set the foot down out to the right. Keep it out to the right. Good. I know, it's so interesting. This is an interesting one. Can you get the leg just to the ground? It's less painful. Good. Set the foot flat. And then this might be where you stay. If you feel an inner thigh stretch, you stay. If you want more, walk your arms forward and lower the chest. It's a little different. Or you can stay on your forearms, or you can stay on your hands. Breathe into the inner thigh. Breathe into the hip, the outer hip. Very good. Now come on up. Now listen carefully. You're going to come up and you're going to turn. I'm going to turn so these guys can see me real fast. You'll turn your right toes out and come up. So it's like this. You're in this shape. It's like a warrior two, but we're on our knees. There you go. So see if you can bring the foot out a little farther. And if not, it's okay. Perfect. And it's your knee okay? All right. If we need extra padding, let me know. There are extra mats. Okay, bring your right forearm to the right leg. Take your left arm up and turn open. So with your right forearm, nudge the right knee slightly right. Good. Now press the foot down. So you're feeling like you're standing. So you're squeezing glute. You know, you're contracting the muscles in the legs. Breathe. Everyone good? Okay, good. Then come on up. Bring your hands and knee back in. And let's sit back in child's pose. Let me get you guys next to an extra mat. Yes.
Do you know what I did a long time ago is I got a Pilates mat and I put the Pilates mat under my yoga mat. Oh. Because I need the extra cushion.
Can I look at that after?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can go under, yeah, just like you said, go under the mat sideways or on top, however you want it to be. Anyone else want a mat for their knees?
Sure.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Mom, do you want one?
No, okay.
You sure? Oh, yeah. Okay. I got one, an extra right here. She's tough. Anyone in the background mat for your knees? You got an extra one.
I
Good.
did the Pilates mat because it's
Perfect.
back.
Smart. Okay, come back up to tabletop. We have that second leg. So you'll take your left leg back, ball of the foot on the floor, and just that little rock front to back. So your intention is to spread the toes of the foot, heel into the ankle and the calf, and then rock it forward, pause. So float the leg. This is glute strength. This is back body strength. Turn the toes out, and then if you can, bring the leg out, and then bring it back. Turn the toes down. Turn the toes out, slide it out to the left, pull it back, toes down. Last one. Turn it, take it out, and set it down. Left foot down. Great job. So here, foot flat, I always try to kind of engage the muscles so my leg's not just hanging out with dead weight. Mom, use this. She's so funny. Okay, come down onto your forearms. So funny.
She's a mom.
Yes, oh, totally. Walk your arms forward. I see where I get a lot of who I am. Okay, so you can come to the forearms or you can stretch your arms out in front of you. Kind of play with this. Sometimes I move my hips a little bit side to side or rock a little bit or breathe a little deeper. Each side's a little different. Just notice. Or maybe you roll to the inner edge of the foot, notice, or outer edge of the foot. Okay, come on up. Now you'll turn your toes out to the left, bend the knee, come on up. So you want the ankle under the knee. Good. And then you'll lean in a little, set the forearm to the left thigh, right arm up. Gently nudge the left knee left. Press the hips forward, Deborah, a little towards me. So tuck the tail, squeeze the right glute. Yes, there. That gives this stability to the pelvis. So a lot of times our hips just aren't quite functioning. All the little muscles in there aren't quite functioning right. Like the glute muscles don't turn on and the hip flexors don't turn off and, you know, little things. So we're just kind of learning how to contract and release all the different muscles to feel into them. Notice, breathing. Good, and then come on up. And then you'll bring your hands down carefully, bring that left knee in. Let's sit back in child's pose. The knees can go wide, hips to heels, arms of your choice. Maybe you want to make a pillow. Like what I notice right now, like as I start to dive into the hips is, you know, things feel stirred up a little bit. I start to feel things moving or heat or sensation. Okay, come back up to tabletop and then we'll move into downward dog. So you can bring the knees in a little, hands come forward and hands can turn out. You'll kind of play with the placement of your hands, but fingers spread. And one thing that I see regularly is the thumbs end up way wider than the rest of the fingers. So you want them to be even. So they don't have to go super wide. And you want to press a lot into the index finger and the pad of the thumb. And then tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, and you start to press the chest back towards the thighs. The heels never have to touch the ground. They may touch the ground. You may squeeze the heels towards the ground. Check that the feet are parallel. So sometimes one turns in, one turns out. Yes, good. Relax the neck. See the world from this new view, this upside down view. It's an inversion. It's a change of perspective. We don't come into our hand like this in the airport, downward dog. It's like, what are you doing? You know, but for me, it made me feel better. I could handle the day better. If everyone only had a yoga mat with them, yoga, what a difference, right? Okay, walk your feet towards the middle of your mat. You come into a ragdoll forward fold. So you just let your hands get light. You can hold the elbows, maybe shake your head yes and no, maybe sway a little bit side to side. Check in. Are you standing evenly on your feet? Can you spread your toes out a little more, spreading the bones of the feet out on the floor? And then release your hands to the ground. And then right here, we're going to come to a halfway lift. So you can bring your hands to the shins and you pull the chest forward till you feel you have a flat back. And then you want to look straight down and pull the belly and ribs in and lengthen from the tailbone to the crown. Your hips go back, your heart goes forward. Good. And then bow forward again. See if you get any more length in the spine. Bring your hands to your hips now, point your elbows to the ceiling, rise up to stand. Good. Take your arms up overhead, so squeeze the legs, the blood will come to the head. Reach up, spread the fingers. Bring your hands to your heart and bring your arms down by your side. Standing mountain pose. Good. Let's do a few toe lifts. So getting into the feet a bit. So spread your toes. You can bring your arms out in front of you. Scoot this so they can't see all of me. And then if you need to hold a bar here, you can't. So this will be working a little bit of balance. And if the arms don't like to be out, that's down or hold the bar. Good. Your arms, drop that right arm. Don't use it. Okay, good. All right. So you'll lift up to the toes and down. Up to the toes, yeah, and down. Good, so let's go 5 more. Well, we are in a bar studio, right? 3, 2. And then come on up, let's try to hold it. And then lower down, lower the arms, lift and spread the toes. Good, now start to shift left to right. You're gonna go 1 foot to the other. 1 foot to the other. So what I want you to notice is the more you press down into one, the lighter the other gets. And press to get light. Now bring your weight into the left foot, left hand to left hip, and lift the right knee. Not gonna hold it long. Set it down, shift to the other side, lift the right. Left knee, left knee, left foot down, right leg up. Right foot down, left leg up. Good, 1 more time, down, lift. Good, down and lift. Good, now both feet down, arms down, standing in mountain pose. So we're gonna do that again, but I want you to remember when we were on our back and I had you bend the knee and we resisted, we're gonna do that standing. So it'll look like this. So you'll bring your weight into your left foot, hands to the hips, lift the right knee, pause, bring your right hand to the thigh and resist. So there's a thighs pressing up, hands pressing down. Good, and then set it down. Nice, everyone feel that? So it's learning how to find the core muscles, the hip flexor muscles. We'll do that again. So yeah, bar is great. So this time, right hand, right hip, press into the right foot, lift the left, hand to thigh, resist. Feel the core engage, stand tall, and then release. Good, we'll do that again. So left foot down, left hand to left hip. Actually, that's not true. Bring your arms down. Oh, if you're holding the bar, it's fine. Actually, if you're holding the bar, so what this one's gonna look like is right hand to the bar, right knee lifts, or right hand to a wall, right knee lifts, left hand to the inside of the right knee, left hand to the inside and press to the midline. So there's a resistance. Instead of the outside, go to the inside, Deborah. Go like this, like that, and push. Good, and then switch. So set the right foot down, left knee lifts, right hand, inner left knee, resist. So the knees pressing in, the hands pressing out. Good, and then set it down. So what are you feeling? You feeling anything from this? Yeah. All this stuff. Yeah, so I want you to find, so what we're looking for with balancing stuff, one thing that really helps to find balance is to find a center, to find your center. So this is one way to find that center. So from the pelvis, the core, like that. So let's do that 1 more time. So right leg up, left foot down, and you press your hand into the inner leg. Good, now see if you can twist to the right. So turn towards the bar, yes, and press your hand into the leg. Good, and then come back down and set it. You know where we're gonna stretch this out in a second. Other side, so lift the left knee, press into the inside, stand up tall, and then twist towards the left. Keep the knee at the center though, knee at the midline. So the knee stays in front of you, your body twists. Yes, and then come back to center, set it down. Bring your arms down, kind of shake them out. Add a little twist. Nice and easy. Deep breath. The one thing that I thought of as I was traveling yesterday was what I wanted to focus on this week in my practice in my life is balance. You know, how to balance all the stuff, the extremes, the challenges, and to stay kind of in that grounded place, which is having your center. Wherever you are, wherever you go, you have this, you're fine. That's why we're doing this balance work. Okay, 1 more. This one's tree pose. So you could use the bar or not. You'll bring the right leg up, set it to the inner left leg. Find that center place. Bring your hands together, press the palms together. Press the foot into the leg or use the bar, it's totally fine. Stand up tall, find your center, your breath. The fluctuations can be there. Not trying too hard. Up, let it come down.
You made
down.
that look so easy, Lisa.
You all did too. You all did it so well. Okay, let's try the other side. Left foot to right leg. Nice, Janice. Good, Carol. Notice where you're looking. It's noticing what is vying for your attention. Notice what's trying to pull you out of your center. Just come back to that center spot. Balanced, effortless, perfect balance of strength and ease. Good, and then bring both feet to the floor. You'll come back to your mat and step, let's face this wall and step your feet wide apart. And bring your hands to your hips, lift up into your chest, and just fold forward. So bring your hands to the ground. Maybe walk your hands back between the feet. Sometimes the feet wider feels a little more accessible. It's a little closer. So this is a hamstring stretch. And then just move a little side to side. You can bend one knee and bend the other, or just move the pelvis side to side. Very good. And then lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. Come on up for triangle. You'll turn your right toes to face right. And you press your hips to the left, both legs straight. Bring the right hand to the right leg. It can be on the shin or the floor. And the left arm goes up to the sky. If that feels okay. Pull the shoulders back. Get grounded through the feet. Feel the center of each foot on the earth. And let the left arm pull you up to stand. And you'll switch. Turn the right toes in. Turn the left toes out. Press your hips right. Lean to the left hand comes to the shin or the ground or a block, right arm opens up. Breathe here. Get grounded through the feet, right? The feet are your stability here. Stay present for each breath. Read the wall, be happy, healthy, and strong. And then allow the right arm to pull you up to stand. Okay, this next one is called revolve triangle. So turn the right toes to the right and step the left foot in and left. And then reach up through the left arm and hinge forward. Left hand can come to the shin or the floor and then twist to the right. Just keep your hand on your hip here. Instead of lifting the arm, keep the hand on the hip. Pull it back in space. So focus on the stretch to that outer right hip. Pull it back, reach the chest forward, and then come on up. And you'll just twist all the way around to the other side. Left toes to the back. Right foot can step right a little bit, Deborah. Go right a little to the right. Yes. Right arm goes up. Hinge forward. Let the right hand land on the shin or the floor and twist your body left. Pull the left hip back in space and root through the big toe. You should feel this lengthening of the outer left hip. Breathing. Very good. And then come on up, pivot back around to the right wall and step your feet together. Good. How are we doing? You're feeling the hips a little bit. Okay, so let's face front for a second. Take a deep breath in, reach up. Bend your knees, just bow all the way forward. Good, and then from here, you'll walk your feet back so you're on the top of a push-up position. It's a plank pose, or you have your knees down in tabletop. So tabletop or high plank. We'll just breathe here, soften the shoulders. And then lower all the way onto the belly. So drop the knees, lower down onto your belly. Come up onto your forearms. So you'll bring your forearms to the floor. Point the toes. Good. Good. Okay. What do you feel? Moaning.
I'm moaning with you. I'm just not making any noise.
Are we allowed to moan?
Of
course, please. Makes everyone feel better. All right, it's okay to move a little bit side to side. Are you moaning at home too also? Good. And then from here, just lower down. You can make a pillow out of the hands or turn a cheek to a side. Just rest. Unclench all the muscles at the back of the body. Do that one more time, coming back up into Sphinx pose, up on your forearms. And one thing that helps me with my lower back, especially when it's been so funny, is like kind of pressing the pubic bone down and pulling the low belly up. So instead of really arching into the lower back, I'm trying to kind of traction it and elongate it. And then you want to lift up out of the shoulders. So you have this good like posture, you're lengthening the front of the body, the muscles in the abdomen, and the chest. You're strengthening the back side of the body. This is the opposite of the way we often are. Totally the opposite of the way our bodies tend to be, which is more slouched and forward leaning. Okay, good. And then calm down slowly. Just rest. You can turn a cheek or rest your forehead on your hand. Let it all settle right here, like little snow globe pieces, just settling. So from here on your belly, you're going to extend the right arm out to the right. Straighten the right arms. You can then turn your right ear to the floor. So I just want you to feel the lengthening of the inside of the right arm. Nice and long. You can even crawl the fingers a little farther away from you. And then if you want, you don't have to, but if you want, you'll bend the left knee and roll over onto your right side. And you'll get a bigger stretch through the right shoulder, front of the chest. This is also about thoracic mobility, the movement through the rib cage. Good. And that left foot can tap the floor behind you, or it can be out to wherever you want it to be. It can go behind you, or it can go out to the left. It can go wherever feels good. Good, and then you'll slowly release. Come back on your belly, slide the right arm in, slide the left arm out, bring your left ear to the floor, pause. You just want it to get established, this lengthening, kind of walk the hand away from you. And then whenever you're ready, you can bend the right knee and roll onto the left side. Feeling that stretch through the shoulder. And this is about the movement in the mid spine, the thoracic spine. which is the space that runs from the top of the back to the, like, it's all the spine that's attached to the ribs, thoracic, the mid spine, responsible for our breathing and upper body movement, rotation, all of that. Slowly and gently come back onto your belly. Slide the left arm in. One more time, make a pillow out of your hands, rest your forehead. Bend your knees and just windshield wipe the legs right to left. Just this nice, easy rotation. And then let the feet just gently release to the ground. And then from here, let's just roll over onto your back. So where you are, you'll just kind of roll over right on your mat, onto your back. And bend your knees, let your feet be flat on the floor. And cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Let's return to our pigeon stretch. You'll pick the left foot up, interlace your hands behind the left hamstring, and draw the left thigh in towards here. And then, yeah, you can rock a little bit. Breathe down into the right hip. Keep the shape of your legs, but set the left foot back to the floor, but keep the right ankle where it is. Then let the knees go to the left for it's a twist. So the right foot will land flat on the floor. Knees go all the way to the left. And it can be as twisty or not twisty as you want. So it can be a little more hip opening or just a gentle twist. Relax through your shoulders. Consciously relax your tongue in your mouth. Soften and relax your belly. There's no tension being held there. And then slowly come back onto your back, uncross your ankle and switch sides. So bring the left ankle on top of the right thigh, pick the right foot up, interlace your hands behind the right hamstring, give it a squeeze, maybe a small rocker movement side to side, a moan, sigh, just deep exhales. And if there's areas of your body that have been sort of the collectors, the collection of the tension and the stress or the injuries or whatever, sometimes it takes a bit to get it out. Sometimes it gets stirred up before it can be released. Keep the ankle where it is. Set the right foot to the floor. Let your knees go to the right. Whatever degree, whatever you want it to be, it can be breathing into that left side, the ribs, hip, shoulder, left side of the body is more representative of the feminine. The right side is more representative of the archetypal masculine energy that we all have both of. Sometimes it gets a little out of balance and our body will tell us. This feels good. Good. This is my favorite. I do this one in bed at night a lot.
Is this stretching the psoas too?
This one does, yes, it's
Yeah.
the psoas and the piriformis, which are kind of hand in hand. Okay, come back onto your back, uncross your legs, and you can either bring the feet together, knees apart, a pause in that Baddha Konasana, the cobbler pose it's called, feet together, knees apart, opening up the inner thighs, kind of resetting the pelvis and hips. And then stretch your legs out one at a time on the mat. And wiggle your body around a little bit, or let the legs rotate in and out a couple times. You can move your head side to side, slide your shoulders away from the ears, relax the backs of the hands on the earth, and then close your eyes and just let gravity do its magic here. And allowing your body to release, to let go, to feel the support, floor. And teachers over the years have talked a lot about peeling back the layers, peeling back the layers. It's like what we talked about when we were doing this standing balance, peeling the layers away so we can keep revealing our true center, come back to center. Know where your center lies. I remember at one of my first yoga retreats, the teacher had us at the end roll onto our side and curl into a ball, and imagine, we have in our body what's called the solar plexus, center, navel center. And the solar plexus, it's the gateway of the sun. And it lives within each of us. That center light, your brilliant light. I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of years covering it for others. Don't shine so bright. And for me, I covered it mostly for men. Didn't want me to shine brighter than that. But really to give yourself permission to peel away the layers that cover that center brilliance, the gateway of the sun that lives within your belly, within you, the center of you. Our healing power lives there. Repress it. Rather than fearing shining bright because it'll bother others, shine brighter so that they can shine too. More moments here. And let whatever you don't need, just move out of your body and exhale. Be transported out. And gently bring your awareness here, back in this room, wherever you are, or your home. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, feeling back into your body. And then gently roll to a comfortable side and do that. Curl up around your feet, your warmth, that light, the solar plexus, the gateway of the sun. That's the source of your life right there. And then from there, you just press up to sitting. And touch the palms of your hands together. Get there and bring your thumbs to your heart space. And then lift your thumbs to your forehead. And in gratitude, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Have a beautiful day.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Lisa.
thank you, thank you. Hope you feel good. It sometimes gets a little sore before it gets a little better, so.
So can you relax the rest of the day?
Me, I have one more class and then I get to get my kids.
And then you have to make dinner.
Yeah, well, all that, grocery shop, yeah.
Thank you.